Hey, this is Knitting Brow, and I thought I would take a little bit of time to answer questions that I have been asked on the blog. And so, in no particular order, I'm just going to go through. Sue had commented about my finding my brother's clock, or the clock in my in my brother's garage. And she shared that when she was really little, they had a cuckoo clock. And I think that that's actually kind of fun. I considered a cuckoo clock at one point in my life, but I wasn't able to find a good one. Uh, and I'm sorry you don't have that one either, especially if you have a lot of fun memories with it. Now, your Armando also had commented about his grandmother's mantle clock, and it's in his mom's basement. I actually don't mind the quarter hour chimes. I grew up with it all my life. Unfortunately, this clock doesn't have the chimes. I do believe it's supposed to, but I can't find a manual online for it, and I'm not taking it to anybody right now. But it is keeping good time. So again, the family clocks are great fun. Bestest Mama mentioned that she has not ventured into socks. And the last time that she did, she had to frog it 4 times. Well, you know what? I really recommend trying socks. Socks are great. I did learn using double points on a bulky yarn, and that's the Lopi socks that I keep talking about. I don't know if this is a copyright pattern. I'd love to be able to just post it and so that you guys have it. But I took it as a class at my local yarn shop, and it was really helpful for me to actually feel the double points in my hands and get used to it. And since it was bulky, they were like a size 10.5 needle, and it went really, really quickly. To be honest with you, I think it was, it was 2 classes, just 2 classes, and that worked out quite nicely. The other thing, you had also talked about the heel part. This is one of those things. The heel does not make any sense. Just follow the directions exactly. And for me, I love turning the heel. It just fascinates me how you can go from flat knitting into getting something like this. It's really, really fun. Now, if you're looking for a possible pattern to help you with some socks, the Knitter's Handy Book of Patterns by Ann Budd, I call her Saint Ann Budd because her stuff is so good, is actually quite good for this. What it does, and here's the socks. What's great about this is you can knit socks out of any weight yarn because the way Ann has her pattern set up, it's by gauge, and just take a little bit of time. Since I own the book, I can make a photocopy, and then I can actually highlight exactly what I need to do. So give that a try. Merle shared with me her favorite sock pattern, which is the Show Off Stranded Socks by Ann Campbell. I'll link that in the blog notes, and I have... thank you for that, because I have added it actually to my queue of my self-imposed sock club, and so that's actually quite wonderful with that. Now, Sue also commented about the bread tag that I have, and this bread tag is actually just a way just to keep I just twist it around, and it is helpful to keep the extra yarn all together. So I don't know about you, but I have unfortunately I've actually made a mistake of knitting with the tail. So now Nancy also Nancy McCarroll commented about the little box of socks by Charlene Church and Beth Parrott. This is a great little book here, and I don't know if you'd call it a book, but anyhow. It's great fun, and really, I have to be honest with you, I really kind of looked through this, and I went, no, not really. There's not a whole lot that I would do, but I kept hearing the Gigi from the Knitmore Girls talk about it, and she actually knit almost all of these. And so what I did is I went through and I went through a couple of times to see what sock patterns I would like, and so, or I might actually knit. Bulky boot socks, we have the basket check socks, we have the faceted rib socks, which are kind of nice. We have the Rick Rack rib socks, And then, of course, the slip stitch cable socks, which you saw that I actually went through and pulled off, or I ripped them out. Nancy, I would go through and take a look at it and just decide whether or not you enjoy it. Look a couple of times. That's what I've actually had to do. So, now, somebody asked, and I think this is Sue. Sue asked what the pansy was like to knit with. This is the Knit Picks Sock Garden 100% Merino in pansy. This is what I'm doing with the Roman rib socks. It's okay. It's not great. It's fine. It's actually discontinued yarn, so I'm not surprised that you haven't heard about it. I think it was only out for one season, so there you go. Now, kudos to Lindsay. Thank you. Lindsay showed me hers after I showed her mine. Why haven't you shown me yours? That's, of course, what's in her knitting bag. Now, you will have seen from Knit Mary and Knit SB, so really, show me yours. Show me yours. Now, I am actually, Rose commented that she'd like me to demonstrate some continental knitting. I knit continental. I knit a little differently in the continental, especially with the purl, so I don't know if I'm the best person to do that, but I'll actually link a couple of those in the blog post, which will do that. Nancy also commented on the post that I did for the iPhone and my favorite apps, and she likes Internet Movie Database, which I agree with you. I also have Dropbox. I don't have Art and Stanza, which is a way that she said to transfer books. And you're right, I didn't mention KnitBuddy. I like KnitBuddy, but I couldn't find a link to it, so that's why it's there. But anyhow. I appreciate you guys all watching, and the comments are wonderful, so I will continue to keep track of comments that are posted on the blog, and I will, believe it or not, take some time and answer those. I have gone a little bit longer than what I normally do in this vlog, so I hope you are enjoying your colorful loops of daily living, and enjoy yourself, and try it, really. Knit some socks. And if you want to knit toe-up socks, use the Evil Sock Genius sock pattern. I'll link it. Bye.